I was modelling back then. So like, that's where the long blonde hair came from, because I was on a shoot in Ibiza for men's hair extensions.
Oh.
And they were like, okay, let's take them out. I was like, no, leave them in.
Tell me this is in the book.
It's all in the book.
Brilliant.
It's all in the book.
Brilliant. And so you were doing that, and then what made you want to go on the X Factor? Was it the? Did you feel? Were you watching the show thinking, I could do that?
Yeah, it was literally a Catherine Tate. I can do that. It was one of those moments, but I'd always wanted to do something like that.
Did you know that you weren't destined to be sat at a desk tapping keys?
Yeah, but I would have happily done that, and I mean now I would happily trade for that, to be perfectly honest. But yeah, I just always, I'm quite honest in there. Like the whole book, it's not. My first book was an autobiography, so it was like I was born then, and it was chronological, and it went up to the day I got married. Actually, right, lols. That went well. But then this one is all about looking at the last 10 years, and it's more lessons I've learned.
Right.
So there'll be like a chapter.
Reflection.
What a beautiful word! I should have called it that, Fran. But yeah, and it's just looking at, say, celebrity, for instance, what it meant then, 10 years ago now, and what it means today. And it's just seeing the differences of, like, be careful what you wish for. I'm very happy with my life. I'm very lucky with everything I've got. But I do look at things very, very differently to when I first started, like everyone would. And then it's not just me. I've got sort of like 6 of my nearest and dearest. Claire from Steps, just put that one in there. Very thanks for the TV show. Oh my God. And they've written letters for the book. So when everyone asks me which favourite part of the book, it's like the bits I didn't write.
When you handed the reins over to
and I was like, can someone else do this, please?
Yeah, leave it to me, please. Thank you very much. So the X Factor, I talked about that pivotal moment, and it was a pivotal moment when Lady from the Pussycat Dolls
crying into Nicole Scherzinger's groin.
That's it. Yeah, and it was the sheer emotion.
What's that for 26 minutes? Ask Dermot, he was there.
Was it the emotion of, yeah, I'm through to the next round? Oh my gosh, I can actually be something or do something now.
No. Me and Caroline Flack were partying until 7 o'clock that morning in the swimming pool. It was sheer hangover.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's the God's honest truth. It was 50 degrees, we were in Dubai, and literally we're in the pool, and then the next thing you know, you need to go to bed. The announcements, the results in 2 hours.
Oh.
And I could only sit out one eye. I was like, where am I? You put a full face of makeup on, it would melt off the second you walked out. So I was just like, just get me on that plane and get me home.
Hangover emotion.
And I was adamant, and it was Flack actually, because just before I went in, we did a bit of Extra Factor filming, and you see Dermot and stuff like that back then. And I looked at Caroline, and we got on so well. And I sort of give her that eye as in like, is it? And she sort of shook her head as if to say no. And yeah, so I never let her live that one down. Like, if I was prepared for it, we wouldn't have had that moment. If it was like you're doing all right, I would have been fine. But I was so adamant, just get me on the 7.5-hour flight with this hangover and get me home. And then Nicole's like, it's a risk I'm willing to take. I was just like, I could not, I don't remember any of it. I don't remember any of it.
Oh man, see, I can just see Caroline doing that.
You know what Caroline was like.
Oh.
And
we all miss her so much.
I would never it up, but if I could have, I would have. I was like, how dare you, but we just had such a lovely time.
Yeah. No, it says in the book that morning isn't your favourite part of the day.
No, I wouldn't say it's not it's not my favourite. I've done this, let's not lie. I mean, every time Zoe's sick, it's like, sorry, I don't speak English. Sorry, Laura. Sorry, Helen. I don't speak English. No,
Yeah.
I can't come in for
I'm
breakfast.
not getting up at 5.
I did a week on breakfast a couple of years back for Zoe, and with this lovely team. What was I like walking in of a morning, looking at Jordan and everything? I was just walking in going, what is this? What is this button? I can't, it just means nothing to me.
But in the morning, are you a coffee person?
Absolutely.
Yeah, you need to get up and go.
Yes, absolutely.
Right.
Too much. I'm like, can someone help me? It's like the end of the world when
Just
I first
give me coffee.
I've got better though as I've got older.
Right.
Got better as I got older.
So in the book,
I got up all by myself today.
Whoa,
I got up all by myself.
I'm going to dip the bed.
Yeah.
Say that again.
So I got up.
Yeah.
All by myself.
Did you dress yourself?
I did. I even did my own makeup. I'm a real boy, guys.
I tell you what. I tell you, that's what Radio 2 does to
Take me Pride of Britain Award next.
Oh,
honestly,
man.
I know. Just can't believe it.
We got Rear of the Year coming up.
It's all
for you.
happening.
Yeah.
Harry's Balders. She alright?
I think so. I think he just wins it every year, doesn't she, Carol?
Why? And so she should.
Absolutely.
In them pleather trousers, good luck to her.
Exactly. Hey, she's going into the I'm a Celebrity All-Stars.
I mean, we can't confirm that.
No, I think we can. We've seen pictures of them getting on the plane.
Well, I can't.
Oh, right.
I'll let you do that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think she's great. I went had a dinner with Alders a couple of years back. This is a proper name drop story, isn't it? She is so good on a night out. She is hilarious, and she's the sort that's just like, should we go for lunch in Paris? I can fly, because she just flies planes. That's what she does. She's a pilot.
Yeah.
And like she'll like just pop over to France for a bit of lunch. Like, what a life! Like,
She's a real
countdown.
And the best thing about going for dinner with Carol Vorderman is it doesn't take her very long to work out how much you've got to pay for the bill.
Absolutely not. She's straight in.
Yeah,
she's like, about 6, over 4. Yeah, we're laughing.
Yeah, exactly. Are there any personal moments in the
Major
Really?
personal moments.
Do you find it easy talking about your personal life?
No, not at all.
No.
I hate it.
And is that a reference to what you were talking about earlier on with everything?
Yeah, last
about
year.
Celebrity.
Yeah, like last year, obviously, I went for a breakup. Everyone goes through breakups. This one hit me quite hard. Hence why I had to have 4 or 5 months off of work, which I've never done. I'm normally working every day.
Oh, you're never off anything.
You know what I mean? It's like, no wonder everyone's sick of me. But yeah, I got really ill last year. Like, really, really ill. And no one really knew how ill I got. And when I was doing this, I mean, that first chapter, which is about my breakup and getting ill and silly things I tried to do, there was 4 versions of that chapter.
Really?
There was the angry version that was very pricey, you know, it was just like, oh, this happened and this happened. Then there was the upset version, then there was the completely stripped back version, and then those 3 amalgamated and made the version that's in the book. I wanted to be a bit classy, which is rare for me. Which is rare for me.
Right.
But I thought, no, do you know what? I'll own my own mistakes. I'll own my own
Well,
responsibility.
you see, the thing is because everyone, and this isn't a flippant comment, right? Because everyone, like, naturally is drawn to you, Rylan, and everyone has a natural affection for you. When you were going through that, I would imagine, and I hope I'm right, that people were calling you and messaging you, and all that kind of stuff.
And I was ignoring everyone. I didn't even see a phone. I couldn't watch TV. I couldn't listen to music. I was that ill. And what made that worse is that TV and music are my job. And all I kept remembering was, if I can't watch TV or I can't listen to music, how am I ever going to go back to work? Like, I don't understand it. But when you're so ill, you can't see anything. It's like there's a brick wall in front of you. And I had my family around me. I was in a lucky position where obviously I had money in the bank that I could pay for treatment and, you know, go somewhere and be, I always say, and I'll say this very flippantly, be banged up somewhere for a couple of weeks. But I'm glad I did, because actually I needed that reset. And I actually said the other night, I did a talk at the festival hall. Yeah, that's me. Who am I?
What have you become?
I did a talk at the festival hall, and I got a load of messages afterwards, and I didn't even realise I'd said it, but apparently I said sometimes you have to stop to keep going. And I think that's exactly what happened. I needed to stop. I needed to shut down. I wish I didn't shut down.
Well,
as
I would
much as
also
did,
imagine
but-
that because of the way that you've become this tsunami of entertainment, because you know everything that you do to the best of your ability, and we love you
That's
for
right.
it. Like Tess and I, we always say that Strictly Come Dancing, It Takes Two is your natural home.
Oh, it's just lovely.
Because we can tell how relaxed you are and how invested you are in the dancers.
Yeah, I just love having. I like getting to know people. I love having a chat with people, and obviously I think that comes like from my apprenticeships, how we say, on Big Brother. I was there for 6-7 years, and doing a show like that, you know, when it comes down to live TV, where anything can happen, anyone can do this, someone could say this. I mean, I remember the fight night where glasses were thrown. Next thing I know, the police are there taking people's passports. Oh, it was a lovely night. God bless Janice Dickinson, we love you. But when you've been in that situation, you realise I'm not a heart surgeon, I'm not a brain surgeon. It doesn't matter if I swear by accident, it doesn't really do. But it doesn't matter if I do this, it doesn't matter if I do that wrong. And I just think I've just got to that point now where, and in the most respectful way, I care enough, but I also don't care enough. And I think that's the perfect balance. Like when I'm on here on a Saturday, I'll make mistakes on air and I don't care. And I won't try and cover it up. I'll be like, I pressed the wrong button here. Like,
Sounds familiar, Jordan, doesn't it?
say, Jordan, just own it. I've told you, babe, just own it. But that is the thing for me. And I think people quite like that.
Yeah, they do.
Not everything has to be polished and slick, apart from my foundation.
Well, of course. Of course. And he's like, wrap up. I'm like, hang on a minute. I know you've got to go. I know it's a promotional.
How dare you?
Promotional
You've
talk for the book.
changed.
All right, I get it.
Messaging me saying, I've read the book. Oh, it's amazing. Look at you wrapping me up. Do you know what? This is what you
said
have
it's
this on a
free.
Saturday, Van.
Well,
Wouldn't have this on a Saturday.
no, absolutely.
Producer Si would get a slap.
Yeah, he would. And then a phone call to HR. But one thing, there's lots of humorous bits in this book as well.
It is.
It is very revealing.
Listen, there's a lot of dark stuff. I'm not going to lie. There's a warning at the beginning of the book. That's how dark it got. But there is some stuff in there that.
But I think
will make you
when
smile.
you come out the gate and say, listen, this is no holds barred, this
Yeah.
is me, it automatically puts the reader in a position of they've already got an arm around you.
Yeah.
You know, we're already with you.
It does feel like that. And, you know, like I said, I was at the festival hall and I was like, no one's going to come. Like, I don't know why we're doing this. And, like, to walk out, I sort of had this, like, little bit of a moment because it's like there was this, like, auditorium just filled with people. And I'm just like, what? How did this happen? Like, I should not have lasted 10 minutes.
Well, we're about to find out in 10 by Rylan, the #1 Sunday Times bestseller, available now.
I love him so much.
But
There's
there's
some horses in your garden.
Oh, they're all right.
Oh, I was with Tess on Saturday. She went, oh, I don't know what to do. There's horses running through the garden.
Yeah, it's,
I'm like, oh.
it's like a scene from Black Beauty.
Oh,
Just
brilliant.
these thundering
Well, they were
herds.
filming a Lloyd's advert,
Yeah,
really.
yeah, exactly. But one thing I've got to quickly talk about, which will sell a lot of books, is you have a bus stop.
I've got a bus stop and a train station.
And a train station on your estate.
I am a self-confessed geek. People don't always realise it, but yeah, when I was a kid, I was obsessed with the underground and stuff like that. And do you know what? I earned a bit of money, so I built an underground station at my house. I built an underground station, I built a bus stop, I've got onto TfL, I'm trying to get a tube carriage, that's proven a bit difficult. I went to the Isle of Wight the other week to do a bit of recording. They've got old tube carriages on the island line. I was trying to bribe some of them. I tried to buy the Spice Bus while I was there. It's all going on. Hang on. I ain't got time to spend the money before the divorce.
That's a rewind. You tried to buy the Spice Bus.
I tried to buy the
actual
Spice
Spice Bus.
The Spice Bus from the film, I tried to buy it years ago.
It's somewhere, is it?
It's on the Isle of Wight at the minute. Anyway, long story short, I then paid money to have it done up for this museum with this big Spice exhibition. You get a little plaque on the bus. I was like, this is amazing, what a moment. Then, next thing I know, it's been sold to a company on the Isle of Wight. And I'm like, whoa. Like, I would have had this, like, for my bus stop, obviously.
Yeah.
Ring Jerry up. She's like, I ain't got a clue what's going on. And I'm like, of course. So I was like, right, I'm going to try and get it. But I was on the Isle of Wight the other week. Found where the Spice Bus was and was like, right, I now know where it is. I now know what company. It's like an Airbnb now. I know, don't. It's upsetting me. It upsets me, but fine, I get it. Well, anyway, terrible news. I've heard that the company's gone bankrupt. Awful for the company. Awful for the company.
But that bus
However,
needs a new home run.
that bus, I've heard it's still drivable, and I would definitely do a meatloaf and drive that bus from the Isle of Wight to Essex.
Hang on, there's a TV show there.
Babe, I could be the new meatloaf from the film.
There's a TV show there.
I would drive that bus home.
I can see it now. All the Spice Girls tribute artists on the bus.
What do you mean tribute? I get the actual girls.
That's a point, yeah.
How dare you?
Yeah.
But we'll have the trips on
It'd be
as well.
funnier though if
Oh,
you.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like Just Made from Drag Race as Jerry. Great.
Yeah.
I'm
And
well
then-
up for it.
And then you drive. It would be like a Carry On Spice.
Carry on. Can we copyright that, please?
There you go.
We can do that, can't we? Right, copyrighted, babe. It's me and you.
It would be amazing.
You can host it.
No, you drive it. I'll be the conductor.
Oh my God. Tickets, please.
You be at the front. I'll be at the back.
Fine. Do you know all the way? Happy Radio 2, guys.
Good morning. Enjoy your breakfast. Right, let's put this on, shall we?
Do something, please, quick.
Yeah, I know you've got to go because you've got more promo.
Oh, allegedly.
Rylan, the book, the hardback, 10, The Decade That Changed My Future is out now. Some brilliant photographs on front and back.
Very airbrushed.
It's a very in-depth look into the last 10 years.
It
It's
is.
an emotional ride. It's very funny as well. Rylan, you're a gem.
Love you, Ben.
RuPaul's Drag Race UK is coming.
I can't face any more.
May cause extreme jaw-dropping.
My goodness.
Absolutely stunning.
Watching you was wonderful entertainment.
Wow.
Dynamic.
Intense gasping.
Wow.
Oh, it took my breath away. Mind blowing. Uncontrollable cry laughing.
You shouldn't work, but you do.
Ooh, a shame.
RuPaul's Drag Race UK.
Babes, I am so excited.
Tonight at 9 on BBC iPlayer.
All right, let's get the trouble.
Thanks, Bernard. Northern Ireland, now Belfast, 2 lanes are blocked with an accident on the M3 northbound junctions 1 to 1A, that's the A2 for the city centre to the M2. To England, all traffic is now being temporarily held to remove an accident from the westbound M56 at junction 15 for the M53. The queue is to Runcorn at 12. Breakdown for Merseyside, 1 lane out on the southbound M6, 23 to 22. Haydock to Newton and Willows. The queue is back to Bryn at 25, that's in the roadworks. A couple of calls as well.